Hey guys, welcome to the View Cryptos channel. Today we are seeing some red in the market, but when we look at the last 7 days, we are seeing that Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP are up, so the bullish trend is still here and is here to stay, I believe. So let's start with the news. $115 million in Bitcoin was acquired by an asset manager as its primary treasury reserve asset. Stone Ridge Asset Management, home to $13 billion in assets under management, has recently purchased $115 million in Bitcoin and allowed its subsidiary, New York Digital Investment Group, to custody its Bitcoin. So more and more companies are buying Bitcoin and they're using Bitcoin as a hedge against the dollar, and we are seeing that Bitcoin is poised to rise in price, I believe. This is not a financial advice, of course, but with the current pandemic and the Federal Reserve stimulus packages, we are seeing that the dollar is getting weaker and Bitcoin is getting stronger. So it is no coincidence that many companies are starting to turn to Bitcoin in order to protect the value of their assets, and their money. Some news from the World Economic Forum. Leaders release unprecedented map of blockchain standards. Geneva, Switzerland. Today, industry leaders today released the Global Standards Mapping Initiative, the first and most comprehensive effort to assess the current state of blockchain, based on input from over 30 technical standard setting entities, 185 jurisdictions and nearly 400 industry groups. The reports are accessible to the public and intended to serve as a resource for the blockchain community to develop thoughtful frameworks and standards to propel the industry forward. The reports released by the World Economic Forum and the Global Blockchain Business Council map and assess the current blockchain and digital asset landscape across 3 distinct areas: technical standards, legislation and guidance by sovereign and international bodies, and industry best practices and standards. Sheila Warren, head of blockchain at the World Economic Forum, said, "There has been a strong demand signal for a catalog of standards-related activity that could serve as a cornerstone for facilitating responsible deployment and interoperability. We were excited to collaborate with the Global Blockchain Business Council and members of our Blockchain Council to create this open resource that can be used by the ecosystem, policymakers, and beyond, to inform their approaches to the technology and standards moving forward." Guys, you know that Sheila Warren is a keynote speaker at Swell, and there are also other keynote speakers from different institutions. Here you see the World Bank, European Commission, Blockchain Association, ECB, and Federal Reserve Board, David Mills. So I expect to hear some very bullish announcements on this year's Ripple's conference. Let's look at Ripple's Twitter account. Here we see a tweet. CEO Brad Garlinghouse opens Ripple Swell 2020 discussing the current global payments landscape. And here we see a quote from one of the keynote speakers, who is a member of the World Bank Group. "If every government digitized their existing social payments, as many as 100 million more people globally could gain access to financial services, and the access gap between men and women could drop by as much as 20% in some countries. A tweet from Brad Garlinghouse saying, "Our fourth annual Ripple Swell 2020 has officially commenced. From Toronto to San Francisco, Singapore to virtual. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers, panels, demos, and some fun surprises over the next 2 days. Swell and welcome." And also a tweet with a quote from David Mills, who is Associate Director, Federal Reserve Board. "Part of our innovation process is to understand how emerging technologies or technologies that could be used for central bank digital currencies tie to security, protection of data, consumer protections, and legal foundations. We think both on the technology innovation front and on the policy and business side front." Okay guys, for me this is very bullish, and I think we should expect more bullish announcements coming out of Ripple Swell this year. That was all for today guys, thank you very much for watching, please like and subscribe, see you next time.